Hello world, welcome to another exclusive tutorial. Today we are going to crochet rainbow top and shorts. Let's get started, guys. So first of all, you need your 3.5 mm hook and some yarn to match. I'm using acrylic yarn for this project. You can use a cotton yarn or any yarn. So first of all, you make your base chain. Remember our beginners classes, we talked about how to make a base chain or foundation chain. So you chain as long as you can, depending on the waist of the person you are working for. You just chain according to the waist, and you can just chain and tie it around your waist to find out if it's okay for you. So after making your base chain, you get to your desirable height. What you do is you fix or you join the end to the first part and you put your indicator or stitch marker there. So this case you're going to use a yellow indicator just to show us where we started our work from. So next you're going to make a double crochet throughout, and we will need another indicator. Okay, so let's use this time a blue indicator. So you fold your work into two like this, or you just indicate where the middle part of your work, then you insert your indicator there just to, yes, so you insert your blue or any other color apart from the one you started with. So remember that the yellow indicator or the yellow stitch marker is the beginning, okay, so that you will miss things out. So the blue one is just the middle part of your work. So you keep on with your double crocheting throughout till you get to your blue stitch marker. Okay, so you double crochet in each of the stitch hole till you get to the blue stitch marker. Right, let's do that till we get here. When you get to the stitch marker, the blue stitch marker, what you're going to do is in that stitch hole you're going to double crochet 3 times. So you're going to double crochet 3 times into that stitch hole. Then you keep on. Okay, so that stitch hole you're going to double crochet 3 times into that stitch hole. Okay, then you keep on with your 1 double crochet in each of the stitch holes that you have. So after making the 3 double crochet, you realize that we have something there. Now when you get to the end or where you started, remember we said the yellow stitch marker is where you started your work from. So when you get there, you are just going to get another stitch marker, and right in the middle where we have the blue stitch marker, we also insert a pink or let's say a purple stitch marker over there. Okay, so we'll just keep this for, just put it somewhere, then we'll work on the top part of our shorts. What you're trying to do is we are trying to kind of bring some kind of shape to our shorts. So you take another yarn, then you are going to start from where your blue stitch marker is. Where your blue stitch marker is, you're just going to single crochet just to get a firm, or just to get the base shape for our work. So this one is just, you just take another stitch or another yarn and make your single crochet. Then when you get to the stitch before, you stop at where the stitch hole before where your stitch marker is. You skip that stitch hole, then you skip the where your stitch marker is, and in the next stitch hole you do a single crochet. So you're kind of skipping like two stitch holes over there. Okay, then we keep on with our single crochet. So you realize that after skipping, you see that our work has kind of begin to have some shape over there. So you keep on with your single crochet till you get to your pink stitch marker. Remember, the yellow is the beginning of the whole thing, but this one we are trying to create a shape before we continue. So when we get to where the pink or the purple stitch marker is, we are going to do the same thing. So we are going to skip the stitch hole before the pink marker, then the stitch hole after the pink marker, we are going to skip that one too. Then in that next stitch hole we make a single crochet. So we are skipping like 2 or 3. You keep on with your single crochet in each of the stitch holes until you get to where you started from. So let's make our single crochet till we get to the blue stitch marker. That's where we started from. So we started from the blue one. So you end your single crochet at the blue, and don't forget that our real starting point is the yellow one. Okay, so you end at where the blue stitch marker is. When you get to the blue one, you just fix your yarn, cut off your excess and tie very well. You're going to continue later on, so you just fix it like this. Okay, so you can see that we have created some shape over here where our pink and a blue stitch markers are. We've created some shape. Now let's continue with our main work where we started from the yellow stitch marker with our double crochet. So we are keeping on with our double crochet in each of the stitch hole, but mind you, anytime you get to where the blue or pink marker is, in that stitch hole we will create 3 double crochet into that point, okay, or that place that is raising, or that, yes. So we do a double crochet in each of the stitch hole till we get to the pink or the blue stitch marker. Then so you keep on with double crocheting, but mind you that the yellow stitch marker is the beginning of your work, and the other colors that you are using is where you create your shape. Remember that we did some kind of we learned how to create shape, and we are using the same method here. So when you get to the point or where we have our blue marker, or just at the point, you make double crochet 3 times in that stitch hole. You can choose to make 4 double crochet, but I'm using 3 double crochet in that stitch hole. Then in the next stitch hole, I make my double crochet, 1 double crochet in each of them until I get to the pink parts. And when I get to the pink stitch mark, I'm going to make 3 double crochet in that stitch hole, not forgetting that the yellow part is our starting point. So when you get to the pink part, you're just going to do 3 double crochet in that stitch hole. Yes, so you continue with your double crochet in each of the stitch hole till you get to your starting point, which is the yellow stitch marker. Okay, so we are going to do this throughout and throughout. You can just maintain your color, but I prefer to use different colors for my work, or kind of rainbow kind of colors for my work. Yeah, so when you get to the end or our starting point, you keep on with our double crocheting again. we are making 3 rows of this white yarn, and when we get to the tip we just do 3 double crochet. So on the 3rd row we are just going to change our color. So you change our color by adding the next color, which is like kind of orange, red orange kind of color. Of course you can use any color, but I'm using this color for the next, or you can choose to maintain your color. So I'm going to continue with the same procedure by using this round and round, increasing where I need to increase at the pink and the blue stitch marker. You make 3 double crochet instead of the normal 1 double crochet in each of the stitch hole. So we are going to repeat this round and round. Guys, look at this. You can clearly see that our work has been formed and it's so beautiful. So you make 4 rows of this color, the next color you make 4, 4, 4. So you are going to make 4 rows of each of the colors. So you are going to use this color. Guys, after our pink, look at it. Look at our work. Yes, so gradually our shawls is forming. We keep on changing after every 4th row. With the next color, we are just going to make 3 rows of this, and on the 3rd row I'll show you what to do. So let's make 3 rows of this color. Yes, so after getting to the 3rd row, you make a chain. Okay, so you make a chain. The longer your chain, the bigger your work becomes, or your shawls, the down part of your shawls become. So you just chain according to how wide or how big you want your work or your shawls to look like beneath. Then after your chain, you fix it at the other point of your work where you have your blue or your pink stitch marker. So guys, this is what you do on the 3rd for this color or our 4th color. Next, you are going to continue with our double crochet, but this time we are not going to do or make 3 double crochet at where the pink and the blue stitch marker is. We are just going to make round and round double crochet, 1 double crochet in each of the stitch holes. So we keep on, we start with double crocheting to make up with the 4 rows. Okay, so you make double crochet, 1 double crochet in each of the stitch hole, and when you get to where we make the chain, I'll show you what to do. So let's do that. Right, so when you get to where your chain is, you're going to make a front post double crochet. So front post double crochet, you yarn over, you insert your yarn beneath the stitch hole through to the next stitch hole, then you make your double crochet. You have to take your time for this part. You make a front post double crochet. So front post double crochet, you just insert your hook in the stitch hole through to the back to the next stitch hole like this, and you make your double crochet. I know this is the difficult part, but when you're able to go through and finish with this part, the rest becomes so easy for you. So you make a front post double crochet. We are using front post double crochet because we want that part to raise. You don't want to use a normal double crochet, otherwise you wouldn't get the shape that we want. So with front post, you set your hook beneath through to the next stitch hole, then you make your double crochet. So at the end, you make the front post. Okay, so when you get to the end, you start with your normal double crochet again. Right, so you keep on with your double crochet, and this time when we get to where the chain was created, you not make another, you wouldn't make that front post again because you've already done that. So the rest, you just make a simple double crochet throughout, remembering that we are making 4 rows of this color. So you go round and round till you get to your 4th color, and this way our 4th color will end. Remember, our yellow stitch marker is the beginning or the end of our work. So after making that part of the 4th, this is what you have. You end there and you change color. But before you change your color, let's also work with the other side of our work. So we are going to, with that yarn, the same color yarn, we are going to work for this part of our shawls too. So we start from the side, then when we get here, we're going to make our front post, then we continue with a normal double crochet. So let's do that. Guys, we are done. Yes, so our shorts is forming. Of course, you can end here, but I prefer to make a longer short. So I'm going to go round and round, changing my colors with 4 rows of each of the colors that I make with. So I'm going to do that for each of the side of the work until I get my desirable height that I want. So the next color, I'm going to use this sea blue or kind of blue color to. Then the next, I'm going to use the neon and the yellow. Then I'll end with white. So let's do that, guys. So guys, after several rows, this is what you should be getting. Our shorts has been formed, and the last we are using the white yarn. And the white yarn, after making your first row, you are not going to make 4 rows of this. After making the first row, you just end with a single crochet. Of course, if you want it longer, you can continue with your making 4 rows of this, but I think mine is okay. So I'm going to end with single crochet. Remember that I told you that single crocheting helps to keep your work solid. After making your single crochet, just end your work by fixing it gently, tying the yarn and cutting off your excess. You do the same for the other side. And guys, this is our shorts, but we are going to continue with the top parts of our work. Okay, so you can see our stitch markers are still there. So we are going to use single crochet at the edges just to keep our edges in place. So we take our white yarn again. Remember that this row we made 3 rows with some single crochet. So you're going to single crochet to make up with the 4 rows. So you're making single crochet at the edges just to keep it in place. Anytime you get to where the pink or the blue marker is, you're just going to skip some stitch holes over there and continue with our single crochet. So you keep on with single crocheting. This is what happens when you record during the daytime, because there are a lot of noise. Yeah, so when you get to where your stitch marker is, the stitch hole before the stitch marker, you skip that. On the stitch marker you skip, and the stitch hole after that stitch marker you skip. So the next stitch hole you make your single crochet. Okay, we are doing this so that at least our waist part will fit us perfectly. So you skip that and you do the same when you get to the blue stitch marker. you skip the first and the second stitch hole, then you continue with your single crochet till you get to where you started from. Guys, look at this, so beautiful. Now we are going to make our chain just to use it to fix our waist part. So you chain as long as you want, and you can see that I've changed my stitch. I've changed my hook because I want to make a bigger chain. So after making your chain as long as you want it, you fix it with the help of your hook. You pull your yarn through. Okay, let me use the bigger hook. Okay, so like this, just to lace your shorts. So you make sure your intervals are equal. You pull through your work like this, not too close to the edge, but not too close. Okay, then you pull out, you pull in, and you pull out just like that. So let's do that, guys. If you still not subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, comment below, and if you make this outfit, I really want to see. Let's stay connected. You can check out my Instagram page. I'll drop the link below. Right, so you pull through it in and out till you get to where you started from. And when you're done, you can take off all your stitch markers and you'll be good to go. So guys, when you get here, you just lace it like this, anyhow you want it. Okay, yeah, so guys, this is our work, this is our shorts. It's so beautiful and simple, full of colors. Yeah, so stay tuned for part 2 of this. For part 2, you are going to learn how to make that French top, that French long sleeve top. Stay tuned. I'll see you. Bye.